Alright, so you've just turned on your preferred digital device, and upon checking your email or social media account, you realize that, like 110 million Americans each year, you've just been hacked. And I mean hacked. You've got an inbox full of suspicious emails, your credit card has been compromised, and your Twitter account is tweeting support for a generic third world dictator.
You've been pwned.
So what happens now? Not to worry, I'm here to help. Fair warning, this is going to take some time, but it's your personal security, so it'll be worth it. You're probably going to need to devote a weekend taking care of all of this, so if you have to get hacked, do your best to make sure it happens on a Friday. Here's a list of things you're going to need to do to get yourself back in action. Number 1, reset your password. First things first, let's regain control of your account. Check all of your available devices to see if you're still logged in. If so, that's great. Access your account settings and change your password. Some online services will actually be kind enough to tell you every single device your account is logged in from, so check this if it's available and log yourself out of any secondary devices, especially those that seem suspicious. Red flags include devices that aren't in your local area or new devices you don't recognize that might have accessed your account recently. Now, maybe you're completely locked out of your account on all devices. That's a tougher nut to crack, but not impossible. You're going to need to access whatever account recovery options are available to you. In this video's description, I've provided some helpful links for the following services. Once you regain control of the hacked account, let's err on the side of caution and change the password of all the online accounts you have. I know, that's going to be a lot for some of you, but keep in mind that nowadays almost all of our online accounts are linked in some way, shape, or form, and one account being compromised can lead to the others being cracked as well. Your online presence is only as secure as your weakest account password, so use these tips to make a strong replacement for each of the accounts you'll be changing. Number 2, contact your bank. Now that you've retaken control of your accounts and locked the hacker out, let's secure your cash and assess any financial damage. It may not seem like this is necessary, especially if you haven't noticed any issues with your bank account, but ask yourself this: have you at any time ever initiated a purchase through that hacked online account? Is that hacked online account linked to any other online accounts you may have initiated an online purchase from? If yes, err on the side of caution and contact your bank. Banks don't like their accounts being compromised, so most will issue you a new card free of charge. Additional identity theft protection and peace of mind is worth the low cost at most banking locations, so if you haven't already, get it. If you have been the victim of financial theft during this hack, immediately unlink any and all banking info from the compromised accounts and make sure to document everything, as your bank will want as much information as possible when you file a claim with them. The nuclear option always available if you're unsure the extent of the hack is to close the bank account you have and open a new one. Now, if you've lost money from the hack, it's likely that this step is going to take a long time to complete, so go through the rest of our list while your bank works to get your money back. Number 3, scan your device for viruses and malware. Okay, your account's been recovered and your cache is safe. Let's make sure your digital devices are clean. Using antivirus and anti-malware software, do a thorough scan of your computer, tablet, phone, whatever you use, and clear out anything that tests positive. Any suspicious files and apps need to immediately be removed. There are plenty of options to choose from when it comes to cybersecurity on your digital device, but the absolute worst option is to do nothing and hope you're never compromised. You lock your doors at night, right? So you should lock up your computer and other devices from potential intruders as well. Number 4, remove sensitive data from your device. Funny thing happens when you get hacked. Suddenly, you become acutely aware of all the personal and private data you've uploaded that you'd rather not become public. Videos, images, texts, personal information of a sensitive nature is extremely susceptible to hackers, so be safe and either erase these or store them instead on some form of physical offline medium that can't be accessed by an account that's been compromised. Now, I know you likely can't go without storing some sensitive information on your device, but you can be smart about protecting what you do. Number 5, perform a complete security audit. We've already discussed how interconnected our various online accounts are. To make sure you're safe from future attacks, you need to sit down and conduct a thorough examination of every account you have, how they're linked, and then check for evidence of whether any of these have been compromised too. Deauthorize any associated apps that use your compromised account login info. Again, most social media accounts will list all of the apps your account is linked to somewhere in the account information or settings. Erase all hacked posts, emails, messages, messages, whatever, from the compromised devices and monitor them for the next few months for further issues. Add all questionable emails or messages you may receive to your spam filter. Unsubscribe from anything you don't remember subscribing to, and when in doubt, block senders that contact you with suspicious links or strange requests. Number 6. Let people know. If you've been hacked, part of damage control is making sure friends and others know what's going on. Explain the reason behind strange or out-of-character posts. Remember that identity thieves may attempt to pose as you to try and solicit money out of people you have relationships with, so make sure to contact these folks and warn them to be on the lookout. Sometimes sensitive data, whether personal or business, becomes compromised. In these situations, it's your responsibility to let other parties that may be affected by the hack know what information has been accessed so they can use the safeguards they may have in place for protection. One of the worst things you can do in the event of a hack is not communicate. It's an embarrassing situation, sure, but your forthrightness may spur someone else to start taking preventative measures with their own accounts, and you can help prevent a catastrophe for somebody else from ever occurring. Number 7. Upgrade your security measures. Once you're finally recovered from a hack, your job then becomes making sure that it doesn't happen again. No doubt during this process you've realized there are several safety measures you weren't previously employing that you now need to. Take the time to properly organize your accounts, their passwords, and develop a schedule to keep these passwords updated. Make a backup email and link it to your main one to help in the event of future compromises. Turn on two-factor authentication, which still remains the best extra layer of security for online accounts. If you find your old accounts are damaged beyond repair, there's no shame in starting over and creating a new account, but this time with the proper safety measures in place. Cybersecurity is one of those things most of us really don't take very seriously, and that's a shame because these days our livelihood is often entirely dependent upon whether or not our online accounts are protected. The reality is that taking the time to set up the proper safeguards could prevent altogether a hack that, if severe, might take months and months, even years to fully recover from. So if you haven't already, today, sit down and make sure you've put your digital locks into place. If you need help in that regard, you might try out this video's sponsor, Dashlane. It's a free password manager app and secure digital wallet. Ever have one of those sites you visit maybe once a year and you can't remember the password, so you've got to spend 5 minutes or more resetting your account and coming up with a new password that you know you're just going to forget when it comes time to revisit the site again 12 months later? Dashlane is designed to end that routine once and for all. They make logging in or making online purchases easy, and most importantly, secure by providing you a tool that generates strong passwords, stores them, and autofills on whatever site you want seamlessly across all of your devices. Their web extension works directly in browser, and the user interface is simple to understand and incredibly efficient, and you can use it for free. You literally just follow the link in the description and you can start using it today. It's that simple. If you like the service, you can upgrade to a premium version with even more features. In fact, Dashlane's so confident you'll love premium that they'll let you try it out for a full month at no charge. And if you want to stick with it after that, you can get 10% off by using the promo code AustinMcConnell at checkout. That's dashlane.com/AustinMcConnell to start using it now. And if you want to keep premium, then at checkout, use the promo code AustinMcConnell. Big thanks to Zeno, who helped me out with a lot of the motion graphics this week while I was sick. If you've got an animation gig, give him a shot. And thanks to my Patreon supporters as well.